Hi guys and welcome to another video. Today we'll be facelifting a lot of cars, pretty much all of them. Although probably not. Yeah, pretty much all of them. So let's get into doing that. And I think we'll start with the tempo. So here we have the first one that we're gonna facelift. It's the dance, and I think this is the base one, at least I hope so. So what we're first gonna do is just change into this new engine and base eco. It's not different from the old engine, just the new factories, but as you can see this looks a lot older than some of our newer cars. So we're just gonna do that. I should probably put this into time lapse, so I might actually do that. But we're just gonna put some new headlights on it. I'm not a massive fan of these lights, but they look kind of nice and fits on most cars. So we'll mostly do something like that, something like this, but I'll time-lapse this and be back in a minute or two. So yeah guys, that was designing the dance facelift, and I think it's actually pretty good, especially here at the rear. I'm really happy with this. So I'll go over some of the actually interesting designs. I did make this side indicator thingy a bit bigger on the others. And I put a bit of thing there, but I think it looks pretty good now actually. So we'll have a look at some of the others. So here we have the cross-country model, or one of them. This is the 4-door with an automatic, and I think people really like this one. Where is it? Yeah, we have a lot of models now, a bit too many actually. Yeah, 5,000. So that's, I think, the highest, the one people like the most. Yes. So that's pretty fun. It's of course got lifted suspension, all-terrain tires, this cross-country sticker, and it's red. I don't know what to say. It don't think it has the same engine as the last one. Or the last one we looked at. Other than that, it's not much of a difference, but people really like it, so that's great. But let's have a look at the sportier model. Yeah, as you can see, I did make a lot of models. I know I said I wouldn't do that a lot, but it was really fun designing this. But I think we'll have a look at the actually interesting sporty model. But here we have it. 270 horsepower, as you saw in the time-lapse. I think you saw in the time-lapse at least. All of these have a bit bigger bumpers than before the facelift. It got this little spoiler, this little lip, and these two vents. Bigger engine, all-wheel drive, sportier tires, a bit wider tires as well. And I think it weighs a little less as do. So that's good. The bit more luxurious cabriolet. Wait, how do you say it? Convertible cabriolet. Don't really know, but let's have a look at that one. So here we have the convertible, bit sport. No, not sportier, but more luxurious version. I realized I should have put in an automatic in this, because they like that. So here we have it. It's a 2-door and a convertible. Otherwise it's pretty much the same. I think it got a bit sportier tires. Maybe make them a bit smaller or less, how to say, tighter. That's wide. I have no idea. This one won't sell a lot, but I still think it's cool, so I wanna make it. But let's go ahead and put these cars into production. So here we go, engineering management. Let's make it a bit more reliable, probably. A bit more automated. Let's not change that a lot. Funding, faster probably, and we wanna work mostly. Engine project management, yeah, that's good. Factory management, and we'll not put them into those factories. We'll put them into this factory, because then we can still sell this one while we're making that one. Because this factories don't need retooling, I think. Yeah, one of your factories severely. Oh, we can't use that. So we'll have to use that, but we still got that factory. One of your factories overburdened. What factory? Not this one. Is it one of the engine factories? I'll fix that. So here we have the facelifted dispatch. It looks pretty similar. I didn't change a lot on this one, but I think it's looks a bit newer at least. So let's have a look at the next one. So here we have the new sport version. It is slower than the last one. It's a bit more mainstream. It's a manual 5-speed as the others. It got bigger wheels that are a bit more modern. This the 2-color paint scheme, and only 5 seats. Also it's a bit lower and got a bit stiffer suspension. But let's get into the facelifting the next car. I think it will be the CTX. So guys, that was redesigning the CTX. So let's have a look at it. So here we have the base model. It has 105 horsepower, so I think it's lower than the first one. It has a similar rear end to the Dance that I like a lot. I think it looks pretty good. At front it looks very similar to before, but we have this kinda rounded, oh excuse me, this kinda rounded grill thing, so it maybe looks a bit more modern. Then I put this. instead of the double that sticks out. So now it's flush. And we changed the wheels and this thing. Also, I did redesign most of the interior. Didn't take a lot of time, but I think the interior definitely looks better now. Now with an actual, what do you call that thing? I don't know. A center console? I don't know, but with one of those now. So I'm pretty happy with this, but let's have a look at the next model. So here guys we have the bit more sportier version. I dropped the sedan version of this car because well, it didn't sell as well and I don't really like it, but so here we have it. Looks pretty much the same, except we got a bit more horsepower, and I think it's a bit lower to the ground and a bit stiffer springs and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It has the same interior stuff as the one before, but of course a bit more horsepower. But let's have a look at the sportiest version. Also, I should have added that the one before weighed about 1.2 tons metric and had about 130 horsepower. But here we have the sportiest version, 270 horsepower from turbo inline 4. It weighs about the same as the one before. I think it has a better stereo or yeah, entertainment. A bit bigger wheels, a bit lower to the ground, even stiffer springs, stiffer sway bars. I really liking this. And this little spoiler and the little lip on the front. But as you can see here, I have already put this into production. So let's go look how it's doing. I think it was gonna give us a lot of profit. It looks like it, or looked like it. But we'll see if people actually want it, since this is maybe a bit worse than the CTEX that we had before. But I realized that the CTEX we had before were selling really well. But we were losing money on building it. So it didn't. It costed more to make and stuff. That wasn't great. But yeah, here we have the lineup, and it looks like the CTEX will be in the beginning of '95, which is not great actually, I think. Because it will have ended production by then. So I don't know how that will work out. But I realized also that it's good that we actually facelifted this, or else it wouldn't have been built. Because it's getting quite old. It's from '85 and it's '94 now. But sadly guys, I think that is where we're gonna have to end the video. But before we do that, actually, look at this. Our revenue is 529 million, and our profit, our expenses is 651 million. So we're losing 122 million per year. So that's not great. But we'll put this into production, or we already have, but we'll wait a bit because we don't really have any cars to build. Looks like refreshing and we don't have any cash reserves, but we'll do that, I guess. So we don't have to take out another loan. Loans aren't great. Now let's see how much is it making us. And yes, it's our best-selling car now. It's great. 40,000 pre-orders. That's a lot, and we're already making profits. That's actually great. Nope, we're losing money. God damn it. That's is it March of 1995, and we're gonna have to end the video there, guys. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. That was all I had to say, so bye. So that was fuck hell, why is it peaking so much? Speaking better? No? Bro, what the fuck?